Will Project L be a Kusoge? You'll probably be heard in the watch time by entering 12 seconds in the video. No, I don't think this will be a Kusoge. And to quickly explain to those that might not know, Kusoge roughly translates to shit game. In the FGC, that's games that are broken beyond belief, terribly unbalanced, or sometimes just criminally underrated. These are all commonly referred to as, you guessed it, Kusoge. But there's also one more defining aspect of these games, and that's that they're usually a lot of fun. Just kind of dumb, mindless, casual fun. Some great examples from recent memory will be stuff like DNF Fighters with its one-button special attack system, BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle with its near limitless mix-up and TOD potential despite being a two-button fighter, and Phantom Breaker Omnia with its
Not gonna lie, I'm actually excited about this one!
announcer. Usually, these type of games don't have much competitive longevity due to their inherently broken nature. And in a genre where even really big fighting game releases usually die down quite a bit as early as a week after launch, that's really saying something. But that very ephemerality is also, honestly, what allows Kusoge to be so fun in the first place. As a wise-ish looking man once said, you don't have to marry a fighting game. A good Kusoge isn't meant to be a perfect stone-baked pizza crafted by Italy's greatest Monzu. That's Italian for Master Chef or some shit, look it up. You don't need to have the most exquisite of palates to just have fun milly rocking by the moonlight, touch of deathing by the daylight. A good Kusoge is just the Pizza Hut hot dog crust pizza you order with the boys on a weekend. It's disgusting, but it's also just some goofy fun to be had for a short time.
Did you put the controller down? Is that what I heard? What was that?
I think. And then you move on to the next unhealthy meal. Most Kusoge aren't gonna survive as long as Street Fighter V, Mortal Kombat, or Tekken 7. All which are still being featured as main EVO events in 2022, 6 to 7 years after their initial release. And not just in the competitive scene. It should also be noted that these are still some of the most played fighting games among casual audiences as well. The recipe for longevity that a lot of these juggernaut fighters follow is 1. Have incredibly iconic IPs with decades of brand recognition, movies, anime, spin-off games, etc. 2. Make regular balance patches and updates to the point where their current iterations are almost unrecognizable from their initial release versions. 3. Have massive, and I mean massive companies backing you to make sure that you don't fail. Now, obviously, this recipe isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. We've seen games that fit 2 of these checkmarks fail, and we've seen games that only fit 1 of these checkmarks stand strong. So, going back to the original question, will Project L be a Kusoge? I think the answer is, you guessed it, still no. If we're defining Kusoge as a game that is fun, lacking in longevity, and unbalanced, then fundamentally, Riot as a company is the direct antithesis to these. League of Legends is a game that's only fun when you've had a few dozen drinks. It's been going strong for over a decade now, and it's seen more balance patches than League fans have seen Blades of Grass. Perfectly balanced. Like a fucking poodle on a ballpoint pen, but that's beside the point. Some questions that I think are much more appropriate are, will Project L actually be fun? And how long will it last? Look, I know I love shitting on League, but that's only because I've spent so many years playing it. Riot has proven that they not only have the capacity to make actually fun games in these last few years, they've proven that they're able to make some truly breathtaking works of art. They've been continuously proving this for the last decade, and I'm honestly excited to see what else they're going to make in the future. And I haven't even mentioned the fact that Project L has the Cannon brothers behind it, the godfathers of rollback netcode. all of the trailers are looking better and better, and I've honestly got a little doubt that this game is going to be an absolute blast to play. Now, for whether or not the game is going to last, let's refer back to the golden recipe for longevity mentioned earlier. 1. Even though League isn't as old as Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, or Tekken, it's arguably even more recognizable by virtue of being one of the biggest games in the world, and one of the games that helped establish live streaming as an actual business. By this point, the IP has also expanded to Netflix shows, music groups, comics, creepy-ass parasocial bait Twitter accounts. But what separates all of this stuff from all of that stuff is most of this stuff is actually pretty good. 2. We've already talked about balance patches a lot in this video, so there's not that much that needs to be said here. Rito, just don't overpatch the game like Rainbow Fantasy Versus, and I've got no issues. 3. Riot, and more importantly, its parent company Tencent, are huge. Like, as of January 2022, they're listed at number 10 on Company Market Cap's list of most valuable companies. Well, Disney is at 34. With how much time and money they put into developing Project L, it's clear that they don't just plan to have this be a quick cash grab of a game. They want it to be genre defining in the same way that when you think of the word MOBA, you think of League of Legends, or auto chess, you ask, what the hell is that? Oh, you mean TFC? Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you liked it. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, that usual. I mean, you've heard all this before. Yeah. I got nothing else to say.